Hey, what's up, everybody? Shannon Mac here with JustWinBetsBaby. Joe the fan. It's the middle of July. You know what that means? It means we're counting down the football, right?
Absolutely.
We
Absolutely.
we have the Hall of Fame game at the end of July, so it's starting to come. It'll be here shortly in a couple weeks, right? There's a couple
Yep.
shows that are coming out that I am looking forward to. I think you are too. The shows I'm talking about is Hard Knocks, the training camp Hard Knocks. It has the Buffalo Bills this year. Hard Knocks end season Hard Knocks. They're following the NFC East, the entire NFC East. They are following. The other show that Netflix announced today is that the Netflix is going to have a show called Any Given Saturday, where they're going to be following the SEC. That sounds very interesting too. And then there's another show. It's about Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys coming out soon. Which show are you looking forward to most?
I am definitely, and this is where I think we lose half of our viewers because a lot of our viewers are Washington Skins fans. But in all honesty, I just want to see the documentary of Jerry Jones. It's called The Gambler and the Cowboys, or something to that effect. And that comes out August 19th, only on Netflix. That they have the word gambler on there. I mean, you got me sold there. Let's start off right off the bat. No, I'm very curious of how things, the whole history or what's going on when Jerry Jones took over. And I think they're going to have a documentary talking about that and all the debacle, especially in the last X amount of years. So definitely looking forward to that. It'd be a shame if I don't mention a lot of my friends who are Buffalo Bill fans watching this podcast. Shout out to my boy that I've known for almost 40 years. Troll, hope you're doing well. He's a huge Buffalo Bills fan. The last time that we watched a game together was when the Skins took on the Bills in the Super Bowl in the 90s. In 91, it was actually 1992 is when they won the Super Bowl. I'm talking about the 91-92 season. Anyway, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. So see what happens with how they do that. I'm usually have time and I make time to watch the Hard Knocks. I'm curious to see how the SEC is going to go. I know you're covering that there, Shano, for our bets for Just Win Bets Baby. You're going to be covering the SEC, so that'll be interesting. And now I have time to watch the in-season one, but I thought the ones in the past, I just didn't have the time to watch it. Now that I have the time to watch the NFC East, I wish it was just mostly Washington, but you never know how that's going to go. But it's interesting to see the NFC East. So if I have to rank them 1, 2, 3, 4, I would go with the Cowboys first, Buffalo at second, the midseason at third, and that's still debatable. And then I'll go with the SEC at 4. What say you?
Yeah, the Jerry Jones Cowboys thing sounds interesting to me as well too, because it's kind of like a look behind the Death Star, right? It's like a look into behind enemy lines, So like how's it ran over there?
Right.
But the one I'm looking forward to most is definitely the in-season Hard Knocks with the NFC East, and mainly because Washington's in it, so I'm gonna be super hyped about watching it and seeing all the things, all the players that I know and root for, see how they are like off the field, stuff like that.
Right.
The next one I'm interested in, I think if I had to rank them, my next one, number 2, I would say is the SEC one, Any Given Saturday, because college football, the landscape of college football has changed so much. It'd be interesting to like how much they show of like, recruits coming in, kids that coming in off the transfer portal, how all that stuff works. If they go into that much detail with that, I don't know if they will or not. It's a brand new show that's coming out. But if it's involving anything with that stuff, it's very interesting to me because I want to see like how all that works and how it affects different colleges and stuff like that. Then I would number 3, I would go with the Cowboys Jerry Jones piece that's going to be on Netflix in the middle of August that you were talking about, The Gambler and His Cowboys. I think the name of it is. And then number 4, I would go Hard Knocks with the Buffalo Bills. Nothing against the Buffalo Bills. I just think that the training camp Hard Knocks, it's gotten to a point where it's getting stale to me. It has to like, they don't show like them doing the cuts anymore, which I thought was like a really big thing. Like the coach is actually sitting down with the players and like saying, "Hey, like we have to let you go," and yada yada yada. Right? So they stopped doing that stuff, and it just feels like the same copy and paste formula that's been on for a few years. So unless they mix it up a little bit and do something different on this show, I think I'll still watch it. Don't get me wrong. I'm still going to watch it, but it's not. I'm not looking forward to it as much as the other three.
I think I have to agree with you on, first off, the college one. Any given Saturday, I'm looking. I definitely are looking forward to all four. Don't get me wrong, but you make a valid point where it's like, hey, the transfer portal, the NIL. Again, we don't know how deep they go into that. Or are they picking certain clubs in the SEC? So, that's hard to say. In regard to the Hard Knocks comment, I have to agree with you. I think it started to go downhill after maybe the Cowboys, maybe the Jets. I think the Raiders one was okay with Gruden, before his departure, but the Giants, the one before, which was Chicago, I think Chicago was last year, and they had the Giants one. Giants was like 2 years ago, I believe.
The Giants, they had the offseason one too, the GM one. I like the GM one. That one was awesome. And they followed Joe Shane around, the GM. That one was really good because it was behind the scenes. Like they were showing like them at the combine and like how they're evaluating talent and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, yeah,
That was really good. That was really good. It was different. That's why I liked it. It was very different than the regular Hard Knocks.
Yeah,
but that's not coming back next year because no NFL team signed up to do it. The Giants volunteered to do it the first time. And then they got crushed online because, they were showing like all these mistakes they were making, and like the fans are calling them idiots and stuff like that. So a lot of NFL teams are like saying, "Hey, I don't want anything to do with that."
Yeah. Yeah. No, I see the point there. But with the Hard Knocks, they had Cleveland before, other teams. And I believe they had the Bengals as well with Marvin Lewis. But that was a while back. So every year I do watch it. Chicago was last year. But I agree with you. They usually bring him in. Hey, you're cut, yada, yada, yada. Or a coach totally cusses the guy out. I think these coaches were just more firm but fair kind of philosophy. They get on you. But, I kind of miss that, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think it's more of a, you see the typical, okay, we're going to not haze the rookies, but they get up there and they start talking about, hey, do a song and dance or whatever. Okay, that's all fun and, that's great. And you see preseason footage, but, and we don't look for anybody to get hurt, but of course it does happen throughout the whole training camp, all through all 32 teams. But yeah, I don't really look forward to, but forward to that kind of stuff. I do think they need to go back to their old ways. I will say this in closing. I missed one that they did in college a long time ago. I think it was no more than 10 years ago. It was Herm Edwards. It was Arizona State when he was the coach, and they had Antonio Pierce, just to name, because he was a assistant coach at the time. The way that they did that, I thought was great. It was like a Hard Knocks. Not like, I don't think that's what they're going to do with this new Netflix series, Any Given Saturday, but a Hard Knocks for the college level. I think they did Arizona State for sure. I think they did Washington University, and I don't know if you remember this, Shano, but they did 4. I really like the Arizona State. I really like Herm Edwards.
Yeah, I think having a strong personality as a coach helps these shows a lot, and that's why Gruden on the Raiders, like you said, that was a pretty good one for Hard Knocks, and I think that's why it's because he's that strong personality where he people want to watch him. He's charismatic, right? He's a charismatic guy. I know he got in trouble for those emails he sent to Bruce Allen, and that's why he got fired, right?
Right.
So I know we're not supposed to say that, but he's on Bleacher Report now. I think he's doing like a podcast now. That's supposed to be really good. I haven't checked it out yet, but I've heard he's doing like really good.
Yeah, I think he signed with Barstool.
Barstool, yeah.
And he's getting all these gifts. Coach Gruden, we'll send you some gifts. Here you go. We'll send you some gifts. But yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I think that big personality helps. It helps a lot. what I was also thinking about was like SEC, the SEC one. It keeps intriguing me because it's new, it's different. Is like because of the NIL, are the players on there getting paid for being on the show? I would think so, right?
Yeah.
And like it'd be interesting to see like how much they are getting paid, and I wonder if this would make a even more unfair recruiting advantage for the SEC, who already is a huge draw for these big talents. If this is going to be a regular annual thing on Netflix, we'll see if it is or not. Like, hey, you're going to be on Netflix every week as well as playing for Georgia or whatever,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
That's going to grow their brand even more, which will bring in even more money for them for the NIL deals, right? So it's interesting how it's all going to play out, I think.
Well, the thing is, are they going to cover all 16 teams? Because the SEC, just to name, I mean, ACC 17, just to cover the conferences that we're going to be covering. But are they going to be able to cover all 16? I don't know how long the series is, Shano, but
no, they said they're not covering all of them, but they said there will be a handful of teams, but they haven't been revealed yet of which teams are going to be on there. So we don't know who yet. But if I had to guess, it's probably going to be 4 to 6, probably in that range. Right. Kind of like how the end season Hard Knocks, they have 4 teams. I would think somewhere in that range would probably be.
Wow. I mean, the clock's ticking. I mean, we got what, a month? It comes out August 5th. Not even a month. It's less than a month. Come on, Netflix. Actually,
let us know something.
No, actually, it looks like the trailer has come out. And it looks like they're going to be covering 8 teams. This is what our producer Mark does. We ask questions, he gets it to us like that. We need that as in pay, Mark. Anyway, it looks like it's going to cover the 8 teams. And what I've been told by him, it's going to be Auburn, Florida Gators, the Gamecocks from South Carolina, Oklahoma, Georgia, UGA, as I like it. I love UGA. I love that dog. Just point that out. Anyway, Kentucky, the Longhorns of Texas, and of course, I don't really say this particular team. They're, Tennessee. I don't the checkerboard Purina dog food, whatever that they have in the end zone. The little checkerboard. I'm playing chess over there.
So no Bama.
So no Bama.
No Bama. That's surprising to me. Because they have a huge following. That's the main reason why you would think that like they would want that backing. And I think that's like the biggest snub I could hear coming off there. No Bama, no Vandy, right? That's another big school.
No,
Vandy's football program just okay, but they upset Bama last year though. Remember that? So,
yep.
So okay, cool. So 8 teams. So half the conference.
Half the conference. And maybe they'll do, another thing. I'm not told how many episodes they're going to do. I don't know if it's going to be 4 or they do throughout the season. I mean, that part I don't know. But maybe they do a mid, see how the ratings are for this, and then they do like a mid, like they do with the NFC East for Hard Knocks with HBO Max, and do the other 8. Who knows?
Yeah, no idea. No idea. It'd be interesting to see how it works. It's all brand new. That's what we know. I'm sure a little more come out, but Netflix has announced it today that they were doing it. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. I'm definitely gonna check that out. That's definitely intriguing to me. Definitely want to watch that. You can put any of those behind the scenes shows are always great. Like I checked out like Drive to Survive. It's like an F1 one that's very similar that follows some F1 Formula 1 teams.
Yep.
And that's an awesome show. It's like behind like how they get the car ready and the driver and like all the stuff he does for it. And that was a great show. And that's still going on Netflix. Any of that behind the scenes stuff, I love that stuff. I eat it up. I watch all that stuff.
Well, I used to watch that other Netflix. What's it called? It had high school teams. I think one of the coaches' name was Buddy, and he was driving around in a golf cart. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think something new.
Is it the quarterback U? Or,
yeah, like quarterback U or something. Off the top of my head, I don't know.
Last
but they
Chance
did.
You.
Yeah, Last Chance You.
Last Chance You. Last Chance You. That's a good show.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Yeah. And I know they've done one for receivers and stuff like that, but yes, Last Chance You. And I know they did one for basketball as well.
Yeah.
But
those are good shows.
Those are good shows.
Did you hear about the other one that's coming out? It's going to be behind the scenes of WWE, where they're going to be showing like the creative room, and so I think it's called Unreal. I think it's what it's called.
Yeah.
And they're going to be showing like the creative process and like how they set up matches and all this other stuff. That's going to be interesting too. I think I would definitely check that out too. That's going to be on Netflix as well.
Yep, I agree with that. I don't know when that's going to come out, but yeah, I heard about that. But that's something that I definitely want to sit down and watch. So
I think I just looked it up. Unreal is coming out July 29th.
Oh, so that comes out first, folks. We'll have some talk about that.
Yeah, and that sounds like I told you, anything behind the scenes like that, it's so interesting to me, and especially something like that where it's like it would be cool to see like how Triple H puts his fingerprints on everything.
Right.
now that Vinnie Mac is gone.
Speaking of wrestling and WWE, Shano, we were told that we have to do a Mount Rushmore of tag teams. So the greatest tag team Mount Rushmore. So we'll cut that soon. And then of course we're going to cut, of course, the women's that just had Evolution, which I saw was very good. Also definitely saw Saturday night's main event as well. But I know we covered greatest wrestlers. Didn't have to be WWE, but of all time. Even though the ones that I listed were all WWE guys or WWF/WWE, whatever you want to. And then one of our fans actually said, "Hey, I missed out. We both missed out on it. I can't believe it. Andre the Giant, the eighth wonder of the world. I should have put him up there. Yeah, I agree.
He was a little bit before my time. I remember him very, very, just a little bit, but like that was near the end of his career and sadly life.
Sure.
Where like he could barely move at that point. I know he was actually a very athletic big man at one point early in his career. When you see like some of his earlier matches, he was like really athletic for a man his size. But from what I remember of him, he didn't do much in the ring. He would just kind of stand there. He was just, his knees were shot, his back was shot, all that stuff. So me personally, with what I actually physically saw of him, I wouldn't put him on there for mine. But of all time, he definitely would be on there.
Sure. And speaking of documentaries, they did one. HBO did one of Andre the Giant. I saw that, and I saw the Ric Flair one.
Both of those were great.
Yeah. Oh, there was a 30 for 30 Ric Flair. I don't know if you saw that one, Shana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, but the Andre the Giant one was awesome, and the Ric Flair one were awesome. Both of them were great. If anybody's interested, they're both some really cool stories on both of them. I like that one story about Andre the Giant where some guys are pissing him off at the bar. They were like picking on him, and then and he went out and flipped their car over.
Yeah.
I was like,
good for him, man.
I was like, why the hell are you going to piss off Andre the Giant? The man's massive. Why would you want to try and fight him? Why?
No, but the interesting thing from both wrestlers that we just mentioned, Ric Flair and Andre the Giant, the amount of alcohol that they drank. It was just like for Andre, he drank like a whole case of wine. And it was like, this is nothing. I was like, holy cow, dude. Yeah, this is just like the appetizer. And Flair, he's dropping down like 20, 25 beers, in an hour or whatever he said,
And he was doing that nightly.
Nightly, yeah. We'll leave you with this, folks. There was another series with a company called Vice TV or Vice Dark Side of the Ring. I think it's going into its it completed their 6th season or 7th season. I'm not 100% sure, Shano, but I've always liked that. They had some amazing stories for that and stuff like, holy cow. I can Chris Benoit, the name one. You can talk about Macho Man, Mega Powers, what happened with the British Bulldogs. The list goes, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. So stuff like that. I mean, there's a bunch of, stories that Vice has covered, but I hope that they make a new series or
that show's great. I agree with you. That show's great for the wrestling documentary type stuff is great. My favorite one of that one is the one about New Jack, because New Jack was freaking insane. He like literally tried to kill people.
Yeah.
Like it was just nuts to see. That was a great episode. But yeah, that's a very good one. Very, very good one. It's got some really cool interviews throughout them too, from like people who like were there. So
even the Flight from Hell, that was the one where Ric Flair was, it was on among other wrestlers, but it was on the plane coming back from a long flight. But the other documentary that I really enjoyed was the Vince McMahon one by Netflix. That came out, I think, around Thanksgiving, maybe Christmas time of last year. And I definitely watched it. I think it was 6 episodes of that. So, and it talked a little bit about the war between WCW and WWF. But that's something, I enjoyed that one there, Shano.
Yeah, that was a good one too. Like I said, anything that has behind the scenes stuff, I'm all in. And it could be anything sports related, wrestling, sports related. Like I said, I watched the Formula One. Now I know I like racing, but I'm more of a NASCAR fan. But like the Formula One was awesome as well. I was like anything that shows that behind the scenes stuff, they could do it for women's cricket.
Yeah.
and I would check it out.
Yeah. Now, that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting if they do something like in the WNBA or something like that. Speaking of women's.
Hey, that could be a huge marketing tool for them if they did that.
Yep.
That's something that you need to tell the Queen of Baskets to tell her friend Kathy to do.
Yeah. Her excellency needs to get on the phone for that one. Which I don't understand. Before we go, I don't understand. Producer Mark and executive producer Mike is sending her to the All-Star game, so she's going to be there live, and she's going to send us some pictures and some video. How come she gets to go? We don't like. What are we doing here? We're producing 1675 winners, 4-1 UFC, which we're going to be doing the UFC with the GOAT later this week. I'm winning. What am I? 14 and 4 in MLS.
Something like that. Yeah, you've been crushing it.
He sends us in water country.
Yeah, let's 4-1 in the UFC, and then in the Stanley Cup playoffs, I was like 9-2 or something like that for all my bets.
The Stanley Cup. We recruit Adam, the Ace of Diamonds. He's been on fire, especially in the College World Series. I tell you, man.
One of these days, he'll send us.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Fans, tell us what you think. Between those 4 that are coming out, courtesy of Netflix and HBO Max, we're of course referring to America's Team, or the American Gambler, and his Cowboy Team. That's a documentary about Jerry Jones. We have the SEC, Any Given Saturday. That's a Netflix of 8 teams that's going to be debuting on August the 5th on courtesy of Netflix. There is 2 of the HBO that's going to be, of course, Hard Knocks with the Buffalo Bills, and the midseason, which is the NFC East. Rank them 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 being the best, 4 being the bottom of the 4. Leave a comment below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Definitely, maybe if you guys hit that thumbs up, we can go on vacation and he'll send us to the right place this time. Anyway, don't forget we've got our hats apparently now, because I'm trying to get on this good side there, Shano. I have to wear the hat now, so this is one of our new hats, as you know. And Shana, I know you're wearing one as well. But 15% off on our hats at JustWinBetsBaby. We appreciate the support. We enjoy doing this. We're over 450 subscribers on YouTube, so we're almost there, Shano. Hopefully, if we get to 500, we can go to the beach and have some, some crab legs or something.
Yeah, definitely. And once you get to 500, some doors start to open for Netflix, or some more things we could do. So hopefully we get there soon. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. But spread the word. Share us out with some of your friends. Anybody you might think be interested in sports or sports betting. Just spread the word.
Yeah, it's not just sports betting. It's sports talk. We cover all the sports there. We actually, Shano, I know I was supposed to sign off there. And I'm getting yelled at in my ear here, but we even got a request, and we're going to do a Mount Rushmore of divas. That's something I'm going to have, music divas. That's something I might have to brush up on. of our lifetime. So it's not just sports or sports betting. We talk about WWE, so sports entertainment, sports talk in general. We enjoy putting out the today in sports history, and that's been a killer for us as well. So we'll continue to do that. We're getting ready for the live shows coming this fall. So I know the guys at the CEO are working on that. So we'll let you go. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll definitely catch you next time.